everyone, I'm King. Welcome back to Kingspade channel. So the War of the Champion Season 7 had just ended, and the winner for this time is G-String, denying the defending champion Shark Mouth an attempt to get a back-to-back champion. Now the grand final is between Team G-String and Shark Mouth. This can be said as a grand final rematch between these two teams, as they were also the finalists that battled with each other for the champion title in WOC Season 6. That time, G-String used the name Live to Win. Having the same lineup for this season, they used the name G-String instead. Last season, G-String or Live to Win were outsmarted by Shark Mouth when they successfully countered Live to Win two-handed weapon genetic meta. In the tank meta era with high width and high HP, Live to Win came up with a specific build that designed to especially counter the unkillable tanky job class. With the two-handed weapon genetic acid demonstration skill, with its additional effect on the shadow equipment, the acid demonstration damage per second deal damage based on the target HP that will chip away a big chunk of HP and damage to the very tanky high HP job class. Realizing that the tanky build is essentially unkillable in the battlefield, this strategy was designed to not kill the target, but to deal as much damage as possible in the 5 minutes match time duration, and come to the top with the highest damage dealt and win the match. But Live to Win had been using this strat from the beginning of the match, with other teams revealing their lineup strategy, allowing Shark Mouth to tinker their build before the grand final, changing their build to lower their team members' HP, and was able to render Live to Win genetic meta ineffective against their rework build. Now coming back to this season, this is not the first time in this season that G-String have a match with Shark Mouth. Before the grand final, they had met in the final 8 elimination round, resulting in a total dominance by the G-String team, defeating Shark Mouth in 3-0 win. Even before the grand final, G-String had proven that they have the better strat for this time around. So what has changed? What make G-String win against Shark Mouth for this time around? For that, we need to look at the final 8 elimination round match between G-Shark and Shark Mouth first. In this match, G-String does have a genetic in their team to have a counter strategy in case their opponent uses a very tanky job class in the match, but they didn't send in the genetic to fight against Shark Mouth. Instead, we see the ninja in their lineup. Shark Mouth, on the other hand, uses a double arch bishop, which is once a meta itself in the PvP arena, to compensate the lower HP build in case the genetic meta is used by the opponent. A double priest can give that total recovery throughout the match. Shark Mouth seems come in prepared with this strategy, and not just that, they are using the genetic too to counter G-String high HP build. But with 2 priests and 1 genetic, there are little composition that they can make up in a team. The Sage and Knight is a standard lineup that you must have in PvP. The Sage is for crowd control dispel, and the Knight for chasing, tanking, and just disrupting the opponent damage dealer. This lineup resulting in more for surviving rather than dealing damage. And sure enough, without the needed explosive damage to contest, Shark Mouth lose to G-String in a straight 3-0 during the final 8 elimination round, throwing them to the lower bracket. Shark Mouth proved that they are still the stronger team in this season, winning all the matches in the lower bracket, and once again face G-String at the grand final. At the grand final, Shark Mouth knows that they can't win over G-String with their 2 priests and 1 genetic lineup, and so they switch the genetic with the ninja and swap out 1 priest for the dancer, which essentially having the same lineup as to the G-String team. With the same lineup, this is not a meta counter strategy anymore. This is essentially a battle of the strongest. Who punch the hardest win. In the first game, game, G-String is more cautious. They decide to do a more defensive gameplay, letting Sharkmouth team to attack and come to their side to engage. Ninja being used here is very effective against the standard meta team composition. By standard composition, I mean a lineup consists of one knight, one priest, one sage, and one dancer. This is the standard lineup that you will usually see in a competitive PvP gameplay. These 4 job classes have its own distinctive role in PvP that cannot be replaced. The last role is then the damage dealer, which can be the wizard, genetic, longbow shadow chaser, magic super novice, and now looks like the preferred job class for this role is the shuriken magic ninja. It is well known that the magic ninja is super strong in PvP right now, just that we don't see it used previously in competitive tournament like WOC, and now this is the ninja debut in WOC, and I tell you why it is very good. Well, in my opinion, that is, the ninja for me is not so much a counter to the knight job class. I mean, its target in PvP is not the damage dealer, but the supportive role, especially the sage and the dancer. The sage and the dancer, as you know, is a very tanky job class. If you do PvP, players know that you shouldn't be targeting the dancer and the sage because they are essentially unkillable. They have a tanky build with high HP, with the priority of just surviving and giving support to their team. So most of the time, their skill is to cast a defensive field and will stay in the field to get benefit of the skill, like magic damage reduction, crowd control dispel, increased penetration damage, and so on. But as for the ninja, what makes it so good is its AoE skill range. The ninja skill range is so wide that it can reach the sage and ninja in the skill field area without even entering their skill range effect. Not to mention, the ninja can continuously cast skill. So even though the sage and dancer are safe within their field, but that continuous damage from the ninja will force them to leave their skill effective range and be exposed to damage. And that is what happened in this match between the G-String and Sharkmouth in the grand final. The Sharkmouth sage, which the sage is supposed to be unkillable and very tanky, is being killed by G-String ninja over and over again. I think the sage has a smaller field skill range compared to the dancer, which makes the sage an easier target for ninja. Well, you can say that nope, it is because G-String has better build. They have better damage than Sharkmouth, but that is not entirely true because on the second game, Sharkmouth actually outdamaged G-String as a team. Roger X and Pognaja were able to match their damage to G-Strings and win the match. In game 1 and 2, G-String plays more defensively. On game 3 and 4, they decide to go for offensive and rack up a lot of damage, causing Sharkmouth players to die a lot and wasn't able to give the same amount of damage. And with that, G-String win over Sharkmouth with 3-1 and crowned as the champion for the WOC Season 7. Alright, what do you think of the ninja in this tournament? Is it now the ninja meta era? Let me know what you think at the comment below. That's it for this video. This time video shoutout goes to... Thank you for always supporting me and this channel. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And also don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you will be notified whenever I upload a new video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next video. And as always, happy playing. Bye bye.